Right now, without most people realising it, two things are happening to your pension under the present Labour government. You are being pulled into paying tax, and your pension is being reshaped behind the scenes. And as of the 29th of April 2026, the rules have officially changed because a new law has just passed and received royal assent. The law is the Pension Schemes Act 2026. Have you heard of it? And this act could affect how your pension is invested, how much you end up with, and how much of it you actually keep. So today, I'm going to show you something most people never see clearly. What is actually changing right now, how it connects directly to your tax, and the hidden shift that could quietly cost or save you thousands. Hello, it's Angie, and this is UK Money Wisdom. With over 25 years in accounting across both private business and public finance, I explain how the UK system really works, simply, clearly, and safely. And today, this one really matters. First, let's look at the truth most people miss. It might sound simple, but it changes everything. You are not just affected by pension policy, you are affected by how the system interacts. And right now, that interaction is tightening. Look at this table, which gives you the reality in 2026. It shows you the key shift. You have £22.40 of tax-free room left for the entire year. That is less than £2 a month. And this is your total tax-free buffer for 2026. Now think about that. One small interest payment, one small private pension payment, and you are officially a taxpayer. So the question is no longer, will I pay tax? It is now, how quickly will I be pulled into it? And this is the critical part. You must use it properly or lose it. And it's the part most people miss completely, because your personal allowance resets every 5th of April. If you don't use it properly, it's gone forever. You don't carry it forward, you don't get it back. This is a use it or lose it system. And on top of that, let's talk about the law that just changed everything. It's the Pension Schemes Act 2026. In this table, I show you what the Act does. And it's all about value for money. And you can see that small pensions are now being merged. There's a minimum of £25 billion scale. And there'll be a UK infrastructure focus. So weak schemes will be forced to merge. And if your pension is too small, too expensive, or underperforming, it can now be moved into a larger scheme. So why must Megafunds reach £25 billion? It's because at that scale, fees fall, efficiency improves, and returns may improve. So it may be a good thing for some of us. But here is the reality. You didn't choose this, and this is where the democratic world is slowly being undermined. And it happens behind the scenes. So your pension could now be moved, be merged, be reallocated. And what does this really mean? it's not just a technical change, it's a structural redesign. You see, the system is moving from individual choice to system-guided outcomes. Look at this table and the control shift and the difference between the old system and the new system. You could see that under the old system where you choose everything, now the system will guide your outcomes. And where there were many small pots, there will be fewer large funds. Where you had full flexibility, now there'll be controlled pathways emerging, and we have to wait and see what many of these will be. So what does this mean for you? Well, there are 3 clear impacts. Number 1, your pension may be moved without you asking. Number 2, your retirement choices may be guided, especially how you take income. This now opens the door for more unforeseen changes. And number 3, your money may be invested differently with larger long-term investments. While this is not a huge shift yet that affects our pockets, it is a system redesign, and we were unaware of it. Now let's look at why this is happening. And there are 3 reasons for that. Too many small pensions, poor retirement decisions, and a need for long-term investment. Let's connect this back to your tax, because your tax buffer has collapsed and your pension system is being redesigned. These interact because now how you withdraw, when you withdraw, how your pension is structured, all affect your tax. Pension pots, you see, are no longer the permanent tax shelters they used to be. Let's look at 3 real-life examples. Look at John, who has a state pension of £12,548, savings interest of £300, and a total income, therefore, of £12,848. This is £278 above the personal allowance, so he has technically crossed into the taxable zone. But here is the important detail most people miss. The personal savings allowance, that's the PSA, normally £1,000 for a basic rate taxpayer, means his £300 interest is not taxed separately. However, it still counts as income when calculating whether he exceeds his personal allowance. So the reality is he becomes a taxpayer on paper, even though the interest itself may not be taxed. This is exactly how people are quietly pulled into the tax system without realising it. Here is another example with Linda. Linda has a state pension also of £12,548 and a private pension of £3,000. So her total is approximately £15,500, £2,978 taxable income. She pays tax, but if she structured withdrawals differently, she could reduce this. But many pensioners don't know how to do this properly and lose thousands of pounds. In example 3, let's look at David. David is still pre-retirement. David has multiple small pension pots, which may now be merged. So he loses visibility, investment strategy changes, and outcome may improve. But control reduces, and there is a cost of waiting, because here is the risk. If you don't understand this, you could take money at the wrong time, trigger tax unnecessarily. lose allowances, and over a retirement that can cost thousands of pounds. So what you should do, these are your control moves. There are 3 simple actions. Number 1, check your total income and know when you cross the tax line. Number 2, do plan your withdrawals carefully because timing now matters more than ever. And 3, track your pension schemes. Do watch for consolidation or changes. They're going to be happening. And here's your final clarity. Your pension is not just growing, it is being reshaped and taxed. And the difference between understanding this and not understanding it is thousands of pounds. And if all of this feels overwhelming, you're not behind, you're just seeing it clearly for the first time. And that puts you in a stronger position than most people already. So what does all of this actually mean when it comes to your vote? Because this is where it becomes very real. Different political directions will shape how your pension is taxed, how it is managed, and how much of it you actually keep. And those differences could have a direct impact on your retirement income. So in the next video, I'm going to show you clearly and calmly what will happen under the 4 main parties regarding pensions, pensioners, and those saving for retirement. So you can decide for yourself who is most likely to protect or affect your money. And ultimately, who should be the party to vote for? Do take a look at my disclaimer. This is not personal financial advice, but just general information for you. But it is based on current UK tax and pension rules and public guidance for the 2026-27 tax year. Individual circumstances do vary, meaning rules can change, as we have seen in this video. If you found this video useful, please subscribe and like so that you're sure to receive notification of my next video. And please share it with someone who could well use this information as well. I'm Angie, and this is UK Money Wisdom. I do hope you have a good day, and I'll be back with you very shortly. Bye for now.